Tommy, it's good to see you. I'm very sad for what you've been through, but I'm thrilled that you've been emancipated. I feel like you've been freed in so many ways.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I'm happy from. I feel weird because I am happy, but I don't feel happy. I can't express. I don't feel super happy. It's strange.
You were abused. I don't want to be condescending, but I think what they did to you was a form of physical and psychological abuse.
Yeah. So I haven't had a conversation with anyone for 2.5 months. I haven't seen anyone. So other than 1 hour twice where I saw my wife and children.
For 1 hour only?
Yeah. And when I saw
murderers get more time than that.
And when I saw them, it was it wore me out for that 1 hour. It was a big thing to. I don't know. By the end of it, it's not. I don't know. It's just.
I heard that in prison you had constant threats. Is that true?
So what's going on? I had threats every day. Yeah. You know this heat that we've had here. Yeah. I couldn't have my cell windows open because they would be spat through or shit put through them.
Oh my God.
And so I had my windows shut all the time, and then at the same time as that, I had just threats from everywhere, and then at the same time as that, I had the police visiting my mother and my wife to tell them that there's intelligence, there's going to be acid attacks on them. Now, I don't know if you know how bad it is for me. I don't believe they're intel. I think all of this and the timing for all of it is so I'm on solitary confinement, and this is happening outside, which I can't deal with. But when I do get a chance to ring home, I find out the police are at my house, and my wife's crying and they're scared. And is there really intel saying that? And everything they done.
Do you know why they moved you to a more dangerous prison?
They moved me from H&P Hull, which was a 7% Muslim population, to the most densely Muslim populated prison in the country.
Did they give you a reason?
No, they give no reason. But then I know why they did it, because what they then did is they used the excuse of my safety, which then when I got there, they put me straight on solitary confinement. They locked me straight away, which was 23.5 hours a day, locked in a room in a blue mat. And then for 30 minutes a day, they open the door and you walk into a cage, this size, small, and you walk around the cage on your own, and then they open the door and lock you back in.
Like an animal.
Yeah, and they only do it. And do you know that? You know, if every prisoner had that, if that was the sentence for prisoners, it was the fact that every other prisoner's cell door opens at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're out of their cell working, having football, playing pool, and then they get locked up at 6 o'clock at night. And I think I haven't done anything. But because they've brought me to a Muslim-run prison, they use the excuse that this is why they have to do that.
And how about the food? So Muslim prisoners were cooking your food, is that right?
Yeah, I had them the first day. How was your dinner, Tommy? So I didn't see my... So most people in prison, you come out...
Is that why you're so thin?
Yeah,
because you didn't want to eat the food?
I haven't eaten.
You were worried they were going to poison you? Or?
So every prisoner comes out, you walk into a kitchen canteen and you see the person hand you dinner.
Yeah.
But it's prisoners, which are Muslims.
Yeah.
But I didn't even get to see, so I could see what they've done to all the food. My dinner was brought to me on a plate and handed to me at my door.
And who knows what happened?
And then I've got them telling me, "How was your dinner, Tommy?"
Oh yeah, so they want to know.
And it's easy to get anything smuggled, So essentially, but then the prison knew this, and I've got a copy of everything. I put in complaint after complaint saying, look, all you need to do, because I could only spend £12 a week. £12 a week bought me 5 tins of tuna. So basically what I've ate, there's a tin of tuna a day and fruit.
That is a form of torture. Yeah, you know what? If they treat Guantanamo Bay prisoners better than you, Tommy.
But I put in asking. So I put in complaints saying, look, I need extra money so I can buy food. And
they wouldn't let you buy food.
No, in fact, I think if people hear it's like, and do you know what I see? There was some on the TV, some human rights a human rights lawyer, talking about why I should be in jail.
I saw that one.
And I'm sitting in jail thinking, my human rights are absolutely being abused right now, and not one person.
Where's Amnesty International? Where's Reporters Without Borders?
Where's anyone? But again, it's like, I know I've just.
Tell me, you just got home. You met your wife and your beautiful kids, and I don't want to keep you away from them at all. But I just wanted to get a message from you out to the world.
Ezra, I was coming. So you're one of the first people on my schedule that I wanted to see, and I'm going away Friday morning. So I'm so glad that you're still here, and I've got the opportunity to shake your hand and say thank you, and my wife thank you, and my children thank you. And
well, it's our rebel viewers. They're the ones who helped.
Yeah, I know. I'll get emotional.
They love you because you did so much great work with us, and we love that you're we respect your work as an independent guy. It was our honor to help you, my friend. When I saw you taken away, I thought, we have one more mission with Tommy.
I know, and yeah, to every person, wherever you are in the world, who took the opportunity to even donate to the legal fund, share the articles, share the news stories, just, you know, the sort of, that gave me so much when I was in.
Tell me about the emails, because we spread the word a little bit about emails. So
yeah,
you get emails from people?
You've done it on James Dellenpole most recently.
How
because
did you get some? How many letters did you get in your 2 months inside?
Oh, I've got 6 black bags, this big, this wide.
Were they encouraging?
Oh man, it's like, do you know some of the things to understand? What I understood from this sentence is that something huge has happened. The not just our country, but the whole world is feeling this right now. Not my cause. I've become a symbol of something that everyone is galvanised under. And I'm realising from the letters and letters and letters, and I'm reading them, and people who have never been politically minded, people who have not been interested in politics, people who feel so passionately and strongly about this, what's happening now, and the fact that they feel oppressed. And I could tell in those first few weeks, but over the months, that something huge is happening, something massive, like a revolution is brewing, and people feel so angry. And you know what I did is, as I read the letters, I'd read the letter, and I every day from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock, that was my time that I'd sit and read. And because I spent my day up into just to have those little moments. Yeah. Even when my door opened at 12 o'clock, that's a moment. So from that, and I'd separate the letters into news stories and into things. And do you know, like, understanding that these people have taken the time. I know so many people's life stories, that they're telling me their stories of their life. People are writing me, different people from different countries writing to me every day. I had an 8-year-old woman. She's one of the first people that when I get back off holiday, I'm going to go and visit. I want to spend a week. I'm getting emotional. Yeah, because it's been good.
Tommy, you have a lot of fans out there, more I think than you ever have before. You also have people who are gunning for you. I'm furious to hear about what it was like in prison. I'm furious. We'll do whatever we can, and just take a week with your family and don't even think about things.
You know, they just couldn't let it. So part of what I believe they're doing, or what this has been about, which is similar to what happened in 2012, this is used to mentally break me, I believe, and they still couldn't just accept, okay, everything we've done was wrong, and let me go. What they've done is they're going to do it again. Yeah. They're going to take me back to court again, and they're going to try and do all of this again. Well, and so there's like a dark cloud always hanging over, and it's like,
take a week, take time with your family. When you come back, we can talk more privately about what we can do to help. We want to help. We don't want to manage you. You're unmanageable.
I was laughing.
I'm joking. God bless you.
I said, imagine when I was working, and I said, I'm going to Leeds Crown Court. And for the right reason, you'd have been saying, no, you're not. Because you would have been wanting me to end up in prison. But all the time I said, look,
Tommy, I've said you're the last lion.
Yeah.
And I mean it. And you've inspired me personally. You've inspired thousands, millions of people. And I just want to say one thing, because I promised people I would.
Yeah, you can.
And I just want to say, because they're gunning for you so hard, we all want you to be 10% more careful. And because 90% Tommy is still better than anyone else, right? And if a 90% Tommy, like just not flooring it, if that keeps you out of jail or out of being stabbed, God forbid,
I've just had
people wanted me to tell you that.
Do you know what I felt? I sort of lived and watched. I had a lot of time to reflect, and I sort of lived and watched and saw probably. I'm going to get emotional again. So. Yeah.
You have a lot of people who love you. People you'll never even know.
I spent the time to watch to see the effect it's had on my family again. That's the unforgivable thing.
I'm glad you're free.
Someone.
Connect with your family, my friend.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
All right.
And thank you every single one of you. Thank you, Rebel Media. Cheers, man. Cheers.
It was wonderful to see Tommy again, to commiserate with him, to give him a hug and a handshake, and to see the beaming joy of his beautiful wife and kids, so happy to reconnect with him. But they surely saw, as I did, that Tommy has lost 42 pounds, he told me. He was not a big man going into prison. 42 pounds, he's gone. His eyes are sunken. He looks like a POW forced to build the Burma Railway or something. It looks like he was rescued from torture. Because he was. You heard him. The physical torture, the psychological torture. Tommy knows that he was messed up by the authorities in prison. I don't even think he knows how badly. I think his health has been permanently affected, and that was on purpose. The Court of Appeal smashed the outrageous decision by the Leeds County Court in May, holding him in contempt of court. So from a legal point of view, Tommy was vindicated. But what about how he was treated within the prison system? That was not addressed by the Court of Appeal today. And that is deeply troubling. That is deeply troubling, and just as much as the outrages in the court. I know that if Tommy were a Muslim prisoner in Guantanamo Bay, or a Brit or an American in North Korea or Iran or a place like that, we would have a word for how Tommy was treated. And that word is torture. For the Rebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant. I'm back in London covering Tommy Robinson's appeal because I don't believe a word the mainstream media has to say about him. To support my journalism, including the cost of my airfare and hotel to get here, please go to TommyTrial.com.